Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare here again with you on the 2nd of March, 2023. I'm here with remote viewer and psychic medium, Liz Cross. How are you doing today, Liz?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, this is another one of these, a bit like the New York Stock Exchange one. This will have to be like a sentiment chart. So the Russian SMO, Special Military Operation, was started on the 24th of February 2022. I have a chart from that time and place. Obviously, we knew where it was. We know the time, we know the date. So I have the essential data of that. We're going to call it like the natal data. And so therefore, in the same way as I had the same information of when the New York Stock Exchange started, we are able to plot a chart of, positive and negative transits, how they affect the chart. So, I'm wondering who you really should probe. I think it might be useful, Liz, if you probe the Russian Federation.
Okay, all right.
Not Putin, just like the Russian Federation.
Okay. Yeah, okay. To the end of March?
Yes, please.
All right, let's go March 31st, 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
Okay, so compared to today, the 2nd of March, the end of March, would they say that the special military operation, I'm going to use the same words I've been using for everything, bullish and bearish. So from their from their point of view, is it going well or not so well? Is it going bullish or is it bearish at the end of March, as we're looking last day of March,
Okay, so let's ask this. How did the operation of Ukraine go overall in the month of March? Not good. Was March a rough month? Extremely difficult.
Okay. What was the lowest point? Which week was the lowest point then? First, second, third, or fourth?
Which week was the lowest point? Are we talking about just the Russian Federation or on both sides?
Well, if it's low for Ukraine, it's high for Russia. And if it's high for Ukraine, it's low for Russia. So I don't know. I mean, this chart is fun. We were just discussing this before we hit the record button. It goes from the natal date of what happened, which is the 24th of February, 2022. That's when it all started. It doesn't matter the how, the where, whatever behind it. That's the day it started. That was its birth date, for want of, recently people have been saying it was its 1-year anniversary and, was anything going to happen? Well, nothing did happen, but we can measure things in time, and it has now been over a year. So this month, this March month of 2023, we're now into the 1 year and 1 month side of it. So,
okay, so
well, you can look at it from the Russian point of view, and then we'll take the opposite view from Ukraine, or you can look at it from the point of view, and we'll take the opposite point of view for Russia.
Okay, so for the Russian Federation, which was the lowest point or the most difficult week or the worst week for the war in the month of March? Was it the first week? Second, third, fourth? No, it's this very first week is diabolical for Russia. Why? Too many dead soldiers, too much firepower coming back at them. It's not good. Well, I say it's not good. You know, I'm not for either side. Well, I'm probably more pro Ukraine than Russia, but whatever. I'm not even going to get into all that. But, you know, death is death. And these kids out there fight, you know, I just don't like it. I just don't like war. I know, I get it. I know there's warmongers out there. I know they think war is necessary. So when I say it's a bad week, I feel like they had a lot of deaths, you know, and that's quite sad. No matter which side you're on, you know, somebody's young life has been cut short. So yeah, I feel like it's his first week.
Okay. So the transits are not lining up there with.
You know why?
Do I know why?
Yes, because I probed the chart, and the chart has its own individual consciousness and its own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Your chart sides with Russia, sides with Ukraine. Because I actually asked the chart while you were, you know, while we were having the discussion, I quickly probed the chart. And I said, are you Ukraine side? Are you for Ukraine or are you for Russia? And I got Ukraine. So this is more Ukraine than Russia.
Right.
I think, and I could be wrong, but you know, in a lot of readings, we've gotten that they're gonna try to strike a peace deal in the spring. Now their spring is very different to our spring. And their spring could be like June. I don't know what their spring is. I don't know their weather patterns. But I feel that this is heading more towards a peace deal for Ukraine. And that's why there's so many positive transits. You've got a lot of equipment coming in. You've got special forces on the ground from other countries. They're not admitting to that. You've got, they're beefing up the numbers. The equipment is now starting to outshine Russia's equipment. I got that very strongly. So I believe that this chart is for Ukraine.
Right. Okay.
Very good probe, by the way. And it just goes to show when you're probing a situation where there's two opposite sides, right? Two sides in opposition. So even if you're looking at like dollar versus pound, or you know, if you're looking at the Forex trading markets, but at that point you can zoom into the chart itself and find out, are you more aligned with the dollar, or are you more aligned with the pound? That's a good, you know, I feel like that's a good step forward, that these charts have a separate consciousness. And the more we do this, the more I'll be able to probe these charts as a separate consciousness, pull more information out of them.
Right. Okay.
So there you go. This was a good one, Mr. Shakespeare. Anything else?
Nope, that's all we need for this one.
All right, let's stop this one here.